not present, I think it causes a lot of other problems, like in terms of
Absolutely.
resolving. You can't even have gratitude necessarily if you're
Correct.
not taking a
Correct.
moment to be intentional about that.
And this is not something that most people were taught, especially in any formal capacity.
Right.
So it's actually was central to lots of traditions. But this system that we're in is rigged against presence. So advertising, the internet, you have a machine in your pocket that rings and tweets and such. This whole particular system that we are navigating is rigged against presence. So it's just important for people to know this is a very countercultural, subversive thing to decide that you're going to be here and nowhere else.
Well, even if I could take one more leap to that, and we don't have to necessarily go down that path very far, but I think that happens in a lot of Christianity too. It's just you're supposed to be kind of robotic in terms of how you relate, and you turn things over and you trust, but you don't really kind of like quietly sort of like figure out and be still enough to go, okay.
That's funny. Like you think about the Psalms, this collection of prayers in the middle of the Hebrew Scriptures, half of them are laments. So they're anger, angst, rage, betrayal. They're shaking your fists at the heavens. Where are you? Why do you hide your face from me? Why did my enemies come after me? So in the Psalms, being present to your deepest trauma, tragedy, loss, anger, rage, resentment, is central to being a human being. There's this great, in the stories of the life of Jesus, in one of the gospel accounts, he meets, post-resurrection, according to the storyteller, he meets with his students. And the gospel writer says, and some of them worshipped him and some of them doubted, which is crap propaganda. If you're trying to sell us on this guy being Messiah, Savior, something, why do you say at the very end, a number of the people who are closest to him doubted? The word in the Greek literally means to stand at a distance.
Yeah.
So this is terrible propaganda. It's also brilliant insight into what it means to be human.
Yeah.
That sometimes you're filled with confidence and conviction, and sometimes you're standing at a distance from your own life. Like, I don't know what's up or down or left or right.
Right.
So for many people, anytime they got anywhere near religion or spirituality, it was immediately two columns, the good things and the bad things. You need to be over here, not over here.
Right.
And my understanding of any vital spiritual tradition will always be the divine, the spirit, the spark, the creative energy is found in the full spectrum of human experience.
Right.
So like you think about, there's a story about Jesus on a cross, and he says, my God, why have you forsaken me? Which is, it's the day God becomes an atheist.
Yeah.
There's God and not God. Belief has with it unbelief, not belief. This is all part of what it means to be human.
Right.
So you push any of that down, you repress any of that, you deny any of that, you pretend like you haven't experienced that.
Right.
Then that'll just create a shadow, and it'll come up and express itself in some other way.
Right.
So I begin with the full mess of it all is divine.
Right.
And now you're free. Now you actually have a shot at joy.
Exactly. This Full Exposure podcast episode has been made possible through the support of Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, and Dr. Peter Hahn, who believe that creativity and the arts are essential to a rich, healthy, and fulfilling life.